Oh no, this is not looking good. Not looking good at all. We have some Witcher news.
Netflix producer says some Witcher book changes are necessary but painful for us.
Necessary.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Said Witcher story can't be pulled directly from Sapkowski's books because it wouldn't make for good TV, and having to make changes is difficult for the writers too.
Yeah, let's just ignore the fact that J.K. Rowling is making a Harry Potter book adaptation that is literally gonna be every single line of dialogue from the book, and it's gonna be like a 10-year thing, okay?
When a series is made for a huge mass of viewers with different experiences from different parts of the world, and a large part of them are Americans, these simplifications not only make sense, they are necessary. It's painful for us too, but the higher level of nuance and complexity that we will have will have a smaller range. It won't reach people.
I mean, that's one way to call, honestly, Americans stupid, because essentially that's what it is. It's calling Americans stupid.
Sometimes. So wait a second. Is this son of a bitch? Listen to what he said here.
Yeah.
These simplifications make sense and they're necessary because a large part of the audience is Americans. Well, what the fuck? What?
I mean, I'm honestly sold at the idea that the book needed changes if that's why they did them. It does make perfect sense.
He's saying Americans are stupid? Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. I agree with him.
Also, just to add quickly on a serious note, that sentence is stupid because it's paradoxical. Because they are telling you that the show needed to make the changes because there are a lot of people all over the world with a lot of different views and whatnot. And their changes are to amalgamate those views into one thing, but that will alienate more people at the end, so those changes don't make sense from that point of view even.
He's right. But it's fucking annoying. Yeah, no, of course he's right. It's painful for us. Changes don't just come as a result of these simplifications. Sometimes changes are a result of production chaos. Okay, understandable reasons why controversial decisions are made, but the viewer does not have this context, so sometimes it hurts because something was better in the book. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, I really don't know.
I would argue that probably every single thing was better in the book, as now we know the result that making changes wasn't a good choice, and everyone hated it. And that's why your main star left your show, and now that show is getting cancelled, most likely.
Know what anybody else expected. He's right overall. Well, I think the problem with this is that I don't...
He's right about the American part, though. Spot on.
Like, remember how I criticized the One Piece trailer, and I said that it looked like there wasn't really a cinematic vision for it? And I didn't think it was going to be very good. And this is coming from a non-fan, so, like, I'm just, like, this is my first impression. Like, what the fuck do I know? It's just what I thought.
No, the One Piece... I didn't watch that video, but the One Piece trailer is, like, all over the place, okay? You look at some characters... it's pretty okay. I can live with this. Then you look at Sanji and you're like thinking, wow, do I really want to look at this? Or maybe Afterbirth is a more pleasant viewing experience. And then you look at Arlong and you're like, okay, now I'm seriously considering bleaching my eyes because that just makes more sense than looking at the disaster that is Arlong.
But I think that you do need to make big changes. You definitely do. But the thing is that whenever you make big changes, there is like a core message and a core vision of a story. Like, for example, in Lord of the Rings, one of the core visions and core messages of Lord of the Rings is that good triumphs over evil, and evil is evil no matter what.
Okay,
and
that's
that
actually
message
good.
Is more important than which character is doing what at which time. right?
Wait, I feel I've heard that in a video before.
And it's just like, yeah, a fool's hope, right? So you have like kind of these ideals that the story is supposed to uphold. And if the story still upholds those ideals,
yeah, it's
then
fine.
a few changes don't really need to be a
Wow, boys. Clap for Asmongold. That's a pretty decent nuanced take. I would have given to something similar if he didn't say that. Wow. But yeah, this is a very good nuanced take. I have said this for a very long time. If you're gonna just flat out adapt a book to a movie to a book, or whatever, you need to make changes. There's literally no way of making it an enjoyable experience, because a book is fundamentally 100% different than a movie, obviously, or even a TV series with multiple seasons. You need to make changes. But these changes need to be relatively small and for the sake of the viewer's understanding. Not actual changes that literally cut through the main plot of the book or the main ideas and concepts of these books.
big deal. They don't really matter that much. Yeah, Frodo good, Sauron bad. Exactly. There are huge changes in live action One Piece for the newest trailer. Well, we'll see. So first it was Henry's fault. The show was shit and shut down. Then it's the toxic fans' fault, and now it's the fault of average Americans.
Obviously.
Well, people will always blame
Not
everybody
themselves.
except for themselves.
Basic
But the truth
human.
is that if you're making it, like, making a show for, like, I don't understand, like, the idea of this. So why would you use The Witcher if you have to change it in a dramatic way to make it appeal to a mass of viewers?
Exactly.
Have you ever considered that maybe the problem is that, like, the reason why The Witcher is The Witcher and you're spending millions of dollars to buy the rights to use it is because it's not like everything else?
Asmongold has watched a couple of my videos because that's close. Not exactly. He's trying his best to give my opinion. Close. He's kind of trying to touch the underlying concept of these people think that a I don't know how much the Witcher book franchise has made and the gaming franchise have made. Are they have those things combined made $1 billion? I'm probably not. But, they think a beloved franchise that is popular all over the world and loved by literal countless millions needs to be improved by their visions, which is completely false.
It's crazy. I mentioned an actor getting sick, so they had to change some writing. Henry was injured on set. Oh, yeah, maybe that happened, for sure. But, like, Henry being injured on set probably isn't why he left the show.
True.
I mean, fuck, maybe it was, but, like, I would just don't think so. It doesn't seem that way. It's an assumption, yeah. They ruined Wheel of Time show by doing a bunch of ass backwards, not non-book shit. Yeah.
Oh, do not bring up Wheel of Time. I watched 2.5 episodes and I was just like, no, I can't. I can't. This is so garbage. Well, actually, I didn't even say that. I watched 2.5 episodes, and then it was so bad that I just forgot I wanted to watch it. I literally just, after a while, after like half a year, I was like, oh, wait a minute, why did I not finish? Oh, because it's garbage, that's why. It was so bad I forgot that I wanted to watch it. I just subconsciously, at one point, stopped watching it. I was halfway through episode 2 or 3, when I just put the pause button on and forgot that I wanted to watch it and never started watching it again. That's how bad Wheel of Time was.
You said no changes and left? Yeah, hashtag no changes, exactly.
Smart.
The only thing to know is peddling their agenda. Well, yeah, I mean, you can't hire people who it's more important to them to, like they have, like, a worldview, and it's more important that their worldview is represented in the show then the show is good.
Yep.
If you have anybody that's on the team that's going to do that, then you're going to have a bad product. Like it's
How about everyone on the team does that, and they're all in agreement that they are in the right?
really not that complicated. Like I don't even, because, like, again, like, the goal is not to make the customer happy. Whenever any company's goal is not to make the customer happy, things fall apart. Didn't they purposely change stuff to suit their agenda in an interview the other day? Yeah, I think so.
Did they?
They've said that before. Worldview, more like woke American view. Well, I do think that's true to an extent, is that I'm sure that a lot of other countries probably don't like the way that America approaches social issues on some things, and they don't like the amount of times that America...
If you're American, by the way, yeah. If we ignore places like France, Germany, Britain, Sweden, then we kind of see America as like a petting zoo-ish type of deal. You're kind of a joke that's gone, honestly, far over the rails at this point. It is what it is. And, you know, Germany and all of those places can literally join you.
America talks about it, but, I mean, again, it is an American show. I mean, I'm pretty sure Witcher is an American show. I mean, fuck, I believe. So
it's
at least there
made
is a
by
large
Americans,
American audience
yes.
for it. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's the same as, like, you know, you don't go watch a Korean show and be like, why are there all these fucking Koreans in the show? You know, because
dude, some of the Korean shows are so good. Obviously, Squid Games, Sweet Home is supposed to be good. I forgot what its name, Angels or something like that. But it was, dude, the Koreans have some of the better actual series that there are. Honestly, it's kind of insane.
it's like it's from Korea. But at the end of the day, you know, people are going to like what they like and not like what they don't like, right? And, like, you can't guilt trip people into watching a show and tell them, like, oh, well, you're a bad person because you don't have these same values.
But they can try.
Why do writers always assume the source material will be bad on TV? Well, it has nothing to do with it being bad on TV. It has to do with it not adhering to their worldview.
Yep.
So, like, it has nothing, like, it's not about whether... Like, for example, the ending in Fight Club. Like, I believe the ending in Fight Club in the book is that the narrator wakes up and he's in, like, a hospital and he thinks the nurses are angels. Like, that, I think that's the book ending, right?
No idea. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't read Fight Club. I just watched the movie.
I don't remember. Is that book 2? No, I don't know. I had somebody tell me that, but I could be wrong. Either way, small things are changed. That's the ending, yes. And the author says he likes the movie ending better. Yeah, Chuck Palahniuk or whatever. Yeah, I saw him say that. But the point is that, like, it's okay, again. Like, I will reemphasize this again and again and again. It is okay, acceptable, and oftentimes necessary to change things in order to adapt them to different forms of media. The problem...
It's always necessary. I would go as to say that far. Unless you touch certain aspects. Fundamental aspects.
The problem is not that you are trying to change or adapt things. It is in the way that you are doing it. That's the problem. Nothing is, almost nothing, at least, is a one-to-one. It's fine for changes that are good. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not about if there are changes, it's if the changes are good. Imagine The Godfather turning into an anime. Yeah, it just wouldn't really work out. The problem is when they...
Probably would. Probably would, and would be pretty, like, badass.
Change it and it's dog shit. Exactly. And also, like, a lot of the changes that happen... Changed the Fight Club ending in China so that they were stopped and they blew up the banks. Yeah, I didn't know if that was actually true or not. I remember reading that. I think I actually even made a video about it. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think that you can change parts of the story, but whenever you change the essence of what the story is, I think that's what the issue is. It'll be The Creatures in the Mist by Stephen King. He said the movie ending was way better and wishes that's how he originally wrote the book. Is that...
I mean, the movie ending of The Mist was pretty good. I don't know how the book ending works or whatever, but the movie ending was pretty good. But, no, wait. If you haven't seen the Mist movie ending, at least, go watch it. It's absolutely great. It's absolutely great.
Is that the one when they were all, like, trapped inside that
God.
That building? It was like I think it was a grocery store or something like that.
That was at the start. No, that is The Mist.
Yeah, I watched that. They're trying to justify themselves because of their lack of vision of how the source material needs to be portrayed. Dune's a great example of this. The recent one is great because the director understood perfectly the essence of the book. Yeah.
And there's a Dune game coming up where, well, we don't know how good it's gonna be, but I did a video on that, and seemingly from what the people making the game are saying, they at least know what's happening in Dune, okay? They know what's up.
Again, it's respecting the source material. And again, respecting the source material is not one-for-oneing page to screenplay.
Admittedly, in the Dune game, they're gonna have special abilities, and one of your special ability types is gonna be being a mentat. Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna go.
That's not respecting it. Like, respecting it is being able to see what they're trying to say and what the message is, and then adapting it whenever you need to, and then one-for-oneing whatever you can. That's what I think. I don't understand how these people have such a big problem with this, personally.
I do. I have said this opinion 300 billion times already. Because they are insane people who think that they are better than you. Because they make more money than you. They do more influential things. Admittedly, granted, this is all in their head. You know? They're so much better than you. In every single way possible. It just seems reasonable that they would obviously understand the world better than you and what is and what isn't important. And, well, remaking The Witcher in their vision is obviously good. You're just too dumb to understand it, sadly. That's how they think.
It seems like literally the easiest job in the world. They literally tell you, they're like, hey, this is a good show. People like this story. Write this story again. And they're like, no, we can't do that. We're going to write our own story.
Yep.
It's impressive that somebody can fuck that up. Yeah, it's ego. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
it's ego,
obviously.
It's on purpose, it's like for a message, etc. And again, keep in mind, if people stop watching shows that have this shit, it's going to go away. It will. Because you...
Press X to doubt. This has happened already so many times. Disney has literally lost at this point like 1.2 billion because they do this crap. And there's no sign that they're gonna stop. Kathleen Kennedy is still here destroying Star Wars after losing how many hundreds of millions. A franchise that is literally the same as telling the Fed go print us money, and Kathleen Kennedy completely butchered it, and she's still here, and she's not going anywhere. Okay, people stopping watching their shitty movies, shitty series is not gonna seemingly change anything. We all could probably stop watching them. And they would probably do that for at least 30 years. I don't think that's the solution. I don't think that's going to even impact them, honestly.
You can guarantee that the people that are actually running the monetization for like these different shows don't care about any of these problems. They just want to make money. So if they can't make...
That's not true. Because the reality is the people who run the... Let me give you a real world example. Do you know who are the most important people in a company that makes programs, a company that codes things? A lot of you are probably saying the IT people who make the programs. No, it's wrong. In literally every single business that there ever exists, the people who make all the decisions are the finance department. Yeah. If your showrunner is saying we're gonna do X and the finance department is scratching their ass, farting in their face and saying no, the finance department wins every single time. Okay? It doesn't matter what the industry, it doesn't matter what's happening. If the finance department says, hey, yeah, we're not gonna do this because it's not gonna make us money, guess what? You're not doing it. And if you're doing it, you're gonna get fired before you can do that. Because the finance departments run the world, baby. Okay? So, the finance departments were 100% fine with whatever the fuck they did with The Witcher. They did not care at all. Anyway, this was Quizzer Said. Thanks for watching, subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.